the Rashi of your future wife. Okay, so this is a very interesting topic, and I think many of you are very eager to know that what kind of Rashi your future wife is going to have. So in this video, we are going to discuss about it. So let's begin. So here we are quoting a shloka from Faldipika. So Faldipika is a classical text, very old text written by Mantreshwar. So in the classical text, he said that you have to find the Rashi and the Navamsha occupied by the lords of the first and the seventh house in a person's chart. So if you know the basics of astrology, you'll know that every single house lord has a Rashi as well as a Navamsha. Okay, Navamsha is the sign where the particular house lord is landing in the Navamsha chart. For example, first house, you are an Aries ascendant and the first house lord is Mars. So Mars is in Taurus or say any other sign, Leo, Virgo, any other sign in the birth chart, Janma Rashi. Okay, so now what you're going to do is we can open any software and find out where is a Navamsha chart. So Navamsha Mars is in Leo Rashi. Okay. So note these two Rashis. First of all, note down the Rashi where Mars is in the Janam Kundli, that is the D1 chart. Say Mars is in Aries in D1 chart. And Mars is also say Mars is in Aries in the Navamsha chart. Okay. So Aries is going to be your Rashi, or Mars is in Taurus in the Navamsha chart. So Taurus is going to be your Rashi. Similarly, if you have Aries ascendant, you can do this for Venus as well, since Venus is a seventh lord. So you have to note these two Rashis down, which is your first house lord, its particular Rashi and the Navamsha, and seventh house lord, its particular Rashi and the Navamsha. Okay. Now, how to find out the Janam Rashi of your future wife? So, the Janam Rashi of a future wife can be found out by using the following technique. So, whatever is your Rashi of the first house lord and the Navamsha of the first house lord, your future wife's Janam Rashi or moon sign will be that Rashi or trines to that Rashi. For example, if Mars is in Aries in your D1 chart, your future wife's Janam Rashi will be Aries or Leo or Sagittarius. Okay. Similarly, if Mars is in Taurus in your Navamsha chart, your future wife's Janam Rashi will be either Taurus or Virgo, since it is trine to Taurus, or it should be trine to Virgo. That is, you have to count 5 signs for Virgo, from Virgo, that is, which gets to Capricorn. Okay. So trinal means 1, 5, and 9. So once you're counting 1, you have to count 5 signs from there. Again, from the 5th sign, you have to count 5 signs from there. So it comes to Capricorn. Okay. This is rule number 1. Condition number 1. So, condition number 2 will be, suppose these conditions are not matching. We have to keep in more conditions in mind. Condition number 2 can be that it can be the exaltation or depression Rashi of the lords of the first and the seventh. What does that mean? That since Aries is the lord of the first house and Venus is lord of the seventh house, so your future wife's Janam Rashi can be either Capricorn or Cancer or Virgo or Pisces. Why? Because Mars gets debilitated in the Cancer sign, exalted in the Capricorn sign, and Mars is the ascendant lord. Similarly, Venus is the seventh lord, which gets exalted in the sign of Pisces and debilitated in the sign of Virgo. So all these 4 Rashis can also be a future wife's Rashi. Okay. Now, the third and the final condition is, it can be the Rashi which contains the largest number of Ashtak Vargas in Moon's Ashtak Varga. Okay, table of the husband. What does that mean? In any software, you can find out the Ashtak Varga table. Okay, in the Ashtak Varga table, since Ashtak Varga can be a new concept for many of you, and I'll explain in details about Ashtak Varga in another video. But just for now, remember that all the planets are giving certain points, okay, to the houses. Every house or every planets are getting certain points, okay, or they are giving certain points to others, okay. So in the Ashtak Varga table, you will find that Moon is also giving some points to certain houses. Every planet is doing that. Seventh house say has 32 points. First house has 28 points and all. So there is the concept of Bhinnashtak Varga and Charvashtak Varga. So once you open the table, you will find individual planets giving points. And go to the chart of or table of Moon. Okay. So in the table of Moon, you will see that Moon will give the highest points to a particular Rashi, because since all planets can give limited number of points, so Moon is a benefic considered to be a benefic planet in this case, and it will give, say it has given 4 points, and 4 is the suppose highest number of points in to a particular Rashi. For example, it has given 4 points to the sign of Gemini. Okay, so you have to consider Gemini to be the Rashi of your future wife. Okay, so we have to follow these 3 conditions and come to a conclusion that yes, my future wife can either have the trinal Rashis of the first and the seventh house lords signs in D1 and D9, or the exaltation and debilitation signs of the lords of the first and the seventh house, or the highest number of benefic points that Moon has given in the Ashtak table. Okay, so these 3 conditions, if they are matching, that means you will get a fair amount of idea of what your future wife's Janam Rashi can be. So for example, if you are dating someone or you are talking to someone who is a potential candidate to become your bride, and you are finding that all the Janam Rashis are within the aforementioned, uh, you know, you have figured it out that these 2-3 Rashis or 3-4 Rashis can be the Janam Rashi. So you can accordingly take a decision or come to a conclusion that yes, maybe this can move forward, or yeah, my future wife can have all these qualities in her, like that. Okay, so we'll come to an example after this. For example, this is a real life example I'm taking. It's one of my clients' horoscopes. So he has Cancer ascendant. Okay, and the sign of the Cancer ascendant is Moon. That is the first house lord, and the seventh house lord is Saturn. So you have to consider Moon and Saturn only in these cases and not the other planets. Okay, so Moon in his chart is sitting in Cancer itself, and Saturn in his chart is sitting in Capricorn itself. Okay, they're sitting in first and seventh houses in the Janam Rashi. Okay, so after he got married, he figured out that his wife's Janam Rashi is Aries. Okay, wife's moon is in Aries side. So how did you find that out? How would you find that out? That is, seventh lord is Saturn, and Saturn is sitting in Capricorn. Okay, so what is happening is, trine to Capricorn is are the signs of Taurus as well as Virgo. So none of them are his wife's moon is not sitting in any of these signs. Let us go to the Navamsha chart. In the Navamsha chart also, he has found out that his Saturn is sitting in the sign of Capricorn. His Saturn is Vargotam in the Navamsha chart. So in the Navamsha also it is not matching, since his wife's moon sign is in Aries. So Navamsha also is not matching. So condition number 1 is not matching. So let us come to condition number 2. That is moon. Okay, moon is his ascendant lord. So moon also is in the sign of Cancer in the birth chart, and the sign of Pisces in the Navamsha chart. Okay. So trinal to Cancer is number 8 Rashi and number 12 Rashi. And trinal to Pisces is number 4 Rashi and number 8 Rashi. Okay, that is Cancer Scorpio and Cancer Scorpio. So that condition is also not matching. So we can cross out number 1 condition completely. We have to go to other conditions. Okay. So number 2 condition is that the Janam Rashi of the wife will be a sign that can be the exaltation or debilitation Rashi of the lords of the first and the seventh. Now you have to find out what is the exaltation and debilitation Rashi of the moon. The exaltation Rashi of the moon is the sign of Taurus. Okay. And the debilitation Rashi is Scorpio. So again, these are not matching since his wife's Rashi is Aries. Now, let us come to Saturn. The exaltation Rashi of Saturn is Saturn gets exalted in the sign of Libra. Okay. It's the seventh sign, a Libra sign. Okay. So this condition is also not matching, but the debilitation sign of Saturn is Aries. So Saturn gets debilitated in the sign of Aries. So this is condition is matching since his wife's moon's Rashi is in Aries. So this condition is absolutely matching. So once he got married, he figured out that amongst these Rashis, his wife's moon Rashi is in Aries. Okay. So this is how he can apply. Was a real life technique. He just got married and he confirmed this since I had taught him how to find that out, and I'd also requested him to give me some feedback. So that's how he gave me the feedback. So similarly, you can also try this out in your own chart, whoever has got married, or your friends' charts, relative charts. So you'll find this working because I found this working in more than 50 charts. So I would request you to kindly post feedbacks here regarding the application of this and your overall experiences. If you find any exceptions also, you can post it here, we can discuss. Okay. So yeah, that's what we had to discuss for today. The interesting technique to find out your future wife's Janam Rashi. And also, if you have any queries or any questions, if you want to ask me, like regarding your own career, marriage, or any issues that you are facing right now, you can post your birth details in the comment section. Your name, date of birth, time of birth, place of birth, and your exact specific question. And I will definitely revert on the comment section itself. So you can ask and you can share, like, and subscribe to my video. Even if you do not have the birth details, you can still ask me the question. Not an issue. Okay. I'll try to help you out because I can also help you out without the birth details. I know a technique to figure out the issue as well as the solution without the birth details as well. So you can also do that. You can just directly ask me the question in case if you do not have. If you have, it will be good for me, better for me. You can definitely post and I'll definitely comment and reply. Okay. Have a nice day then. Goodbye.